Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Monday evening live session where we'll go deeper into the concepts of Lean Six Sigma. And first, let's complete our ritual and then we'll enter into that. Okay. So, first, the people who are new in the community who are attending the session first time, please type me in the chat box if you are attending live session, these kinds of live session first time, not the yellow belt which you attended on Sunday. Just type me in the chat box. Okay. Chunni Lal. Okay. Mahesh. Okay. Who else? Type me in the chat box, everybody. All the new members in the room. Okay. Everybody, just type welcome new members in the chat box. Welcome new members. Let's welcome them with very warm heart and wish them all the best for their great, beginning and the great journey ahead. Super. Welcome guys on board. Best wishes. Thank you very much, Ravindraji. What a warm welcome. Okay, Anandji, congratulations first of all. And welcome on board, and let's begin our journey. See, every Saturday, every Monday we connect live. The objective is to basically take the concepts deeper. Okay, not horizontally, take the concepts deeper. The same concept, but we go step by step deeper in the live sessions. Okay, so today, since there are a lot of new members in the community, okay, we are going to learn about, the logical sequencing of the tools of Lean Six Sigma, which is very, very important. Once you understand that logical sequencing, that makes it so easy for you to actually implement it. Okay. Now, I have another thing. Actually, I wanted, because a lot of people join a little late, right? So, anyways, I want to first announce the successful members of this week. So first let me complete that part and then I will start, and you guys have to remind me a very special point here. I want to cover today a red car theory. Okay, make a note of this red car theory, and somebody from the room has to remind me before I close the session, which is very important theory. Which will basically increase your opportunities. Okay, automatically will increase your opportunity. So remind me. Okay, now let me clarify. Just a second. All right. So first of all, let me announce the successful students of this week who have completed the green belt, black belt. And if you know, I have announced Mr. Nitin Belsareji as well, but let me cover one by one. So green belt, we have Kalindi Acharya ji. Congratulations, you have completed your green belt. Mr. Naresh Gadige, congratulations. Gulshan Singh, congratulations. Naveen Kumar, congratulations. And Dalia, congratulations. All these 5 members have completed green belt this week. So everybody congratulate them for completing their green belt certification this week successfully. Okay. And as far as the black belt certification is concerned, Parul Srivastav, congratulations. Surojit Chakraborty, congratulations. Prabhakar Sahdev, congratulations. And Narendra Singh, congratulations. These are the 4 successful members of our community who have completed black belt this week. And we have Mr. Nitin Vasant Belsareji, who has completed his master black belt. And in our community, everybody, congratulations to this, a very special achievement to Mr. Nitin. And we have put his story in our in our community group as well as in our WhatsApp group as well. And you can find his video recorded in our YouTube channel. Okay, Tim, can you just give the YouTube channel link for the people who have not yet subscribed? Okay, The people who have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and where you can find out Mr. Nitin's success story. And you know what is the best part of it? He has already started his own consulting and training business. Okay, that's the best part of it. So you must listen to his success story and get inspired. So why I'm announcing? So that you guys also can inspire from this. Okay, chalo, let's begin our today's journey. Congratulations to all the successful people, and keep inspiring others like this. Okay, super. Chalo, so let's start the today's topic, which is the logical sequence. So let me first take you to the whiteboard, and the first concept is y is equal to function of x. Let me divide DMAC into this equation. Okay, so we, in our Lean Six Sigma, we have the concept of DMAC, right? DMAIC, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. And we all learn this throughout yellow belt till master black belt. Okay, now this DMAC principle basically is, so this is a YouTube channel link which Soham has shared. If anybody in the room has not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do that. You will get a lot of value added stuff. Okay, so y is equal to function of x. Everybody is aware of this equation, right? The output is depending on the input. So where y is our output, which is the problem we are solving, and x is equal to our input. Okay, so now understand this. DMAC is divided into y and x. How? The define and measure phase basically focuses on the y, the output of it. So define and measure basically focuses on output. That means, what is output? Let's say if your project is attrition reduction, so your y is attrition. If your project is average call handling time, AHT reduction, so your y is AHT. If your output is downtime, your project is downtime, your output is downtime, so that is your y. So in define and measure phase, we basically define what is the problem on the output level, and we collect the data in the measure phase of the output level. Understand this. This is the fundamental difference. Okay, so in define and measure phase, basically we focus everything on output. Okay, and as we swiftly, switch ourselves to analyze, improve, and control phase, we start focusing on x. So analyze, improve, and control, these three phases basically focuses on x. X meaning what? The input factors. For example, what are the input factors for HT, average call handling time? Maybe the skill set, maybe the standardization, maybe the, what you can say, the focus of the person, complexity of the challenge, whatever they are solving. So these are called X's. If I want to improve the test of T, which is my output Y, I have to focus on X, which is nothing but the sugar, milk, water, tea powder, etc. So X, I will focus on analyze, improve, and control. Y, I will focus on define and measure. Are you clear with this distinction? Just give me yes in the chat box. Everybody clear? All the new members especially, just type yes in the chat box. Super clear hai ye? Very fundamental. This is applicable in all the levels of Lean Six Sigma. Just type yes in the chat box. Okay? Yeah, and as I suggested, you remind me the red car theory at the end of the session, okay? Before I forget it. Okay, chalo. So let me share with you a Excel sheet right now. That Excel sheet I will share in the masterclass archive, in the recordings as well. And we'll go one by one. So what I'll be covering, the logical sequence within this define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. What are the tools which we are using? In what sequence we have to use? What is the logic behind it? What is the objective of that each and every tool? That is something which we are going to understand. Okay, this Excel sheet I can share with you. Maybe if possible, let me share that with you right away if it is available. What is the name? Green belt, black belt. Okay, let me just quickly scroll and share with you directly. Plus, I will share that in, okay, yeah. Okay, I cannot share because now it is open in my laptop right now. Okay, anyways, doesn't matter. I will share that maybe at the end of the session, and below the recording in the masterclass archive, I will share. You can download this document. Okay, now let's focus on this. So here, let me just increase the font so that you can easily read this out if you are looking at this in a smaller screen. Okay. So green belt and black belt. So what I've done, if that topic is covered in the black belt, so I have just highlighted that. Okay, can you see here the highlighted, for example, transformation, Box, Cox, Johnson, the highlighted ones are basically the black belt level topics. Okay, rest of them are already covered in the green belt level. Okay, now see, for the new members, what is green belt, black belt? Just for our simple understanding, green belt is medium size projects, medium complex projects, okay, where the problem is within one process only, or problem is in one function only. Black belt projects are more complex projects. They are more chronic problems. Chronic meaning very old, repetitive again and again. More departments and functions and processes are involved, more stakeholders. There is a huge potential of saving. Those are called black belt projects. Green belt are medium complex, black belts are more complex projects. Okay, understand this. So green belt level, we will learn some basic tools. Black belt level, we will learn very complex tools as well. Okay, so this is a very broad level of understanding. The DMAC framework exactly remains same in both. Not in both, all the 5 levels, white belt, yellow belt, green belt, black belt, master black belt, all the 5 levels, DMAC framework is a common framework we use. Okay, just give me a quick yes in the chat box or a quick thumbs up in the chat box if you have understood a broad level of the difference between a green and a black. Okay, this is all project levels. Okay, this is all expertise level. I always say this green belt like a graduation and black belt is just like a master's in some subject. Okay, so you can compare that way. Now, so in the green belt define phase, what are the different tools basically? So in define phase, so I'm talking about this define phase here. This one. Okay. So here, the first one, what we are talking about is project identification. Now tell me, or rather I will explain you. See, project identification basically is done not by the green belt, but by the master black belt. Make a note of this. Master black belt along with the organization top management people. So master black belt along with the top management people basically identify the projects. So yellow belt people, green belt people, even black belts are not involved in this process. If you do not have master black belt in your company, or you do not have a consultant who can help you out, then a black belt also can be a resource for you for project identification. Okay, so project identification, that's why this is very briefly covered. Okay, very briefly covered in the green belt level. Even in the black belt level also, it is very briefly covered. All right. Now, once you identify the project, then you start with some data collection. Now, how many of you remember how much duration data should we collect before we start the project? Type in the chat box. Type in the chat box. How much should be the data we should be collecting ideally? 30 minutes. Okay. 3 months. Okay. So you wanted to say 3 months data, 1 year data, minimum 30 days. Now there is a confusion between 30 and 1 year. Okay. A lot of people have given 1 year data and 30. Now understand this. The right answer is 1 year. Make a note of this, everybody. before you start any Lean Six Sigma project, whether it is a green belt project or a black belt project, you should actually collect minimum 1 year data. Minimum 1 year data. Why 1 year data? Because that data will cover lot of what you can say, the variation, the seasonal trends and patterns, etc. Do not take only 15 days data or 1 week data or 1 month data, because that may not be a sufficient sample size for your project. You may get a different picture from a very small sample, right? So always get at least 1 year data. If you don't have 1 year data, whatever is available maximum after that, let's say you have 6 months data or 9 months data, you should take that. Are you understanding? So 1 year is the right answer. What is this 30 data point? Let me explain you that as well. The 30 data point, lot of people have given 30. Okay, some people said 30 days, some people said 30 data points. What is the logic of 30 data points? Because according to something called central limit theorem, just to make a note of this, CLT, what is that? Central limit theorem. According to this theorem, which we cover that in the black belt level, if you collect 30 data points, you will start getting normal distribution shape of the data. What is normal distribution? This is like a bell-shaped distribution, which is symmetrical. Mean, mode, median is in the center. It is, if you cut it in the both halves will be absolutely equal. If you take less number of data points, you might get, some skewed distribution like this. Okay, this way, or some uniform distribution like this. Those kinds of distribution you can get, which is not normal distribution. See, whatever statistical calculations we do in this entire, Lean Six Sigma, the underlying assumption is the data is normally distributed. And to achieve that normality of the data, minimum 30 data points we should get. Minimum 30 data points. What does it mean? Let's say I want to calculate the delivery time of pizza. So I will collect 30 data points. If I want to calculate what is the pattern of arrival time of in the office of a person, so I will collect 30 data points for that. Are you understanding? Okay, if I want to collect the sales data, I should collect 30 data points. Minimum 30 data points just to see the normal distribution, because all the calculations are based on this assumption of normal distribution. Are you clear with this? 1 year and 30 data points, just give me yes in the chat box. So for project, it is 1 year. For all other ways of basically, for example, histogram. If I want to make histogram, collect 30 data points. If I want to make a control chart, make 30 data points. Okay. If I want to create a box plot, create 30 data points. Clear everybody? Just give me a quick yes. Clear hai ye? But for defining the project, correct the complete 1 year data. Okay. Let's say you have customer complaints coming in. So you collect 1 year complete customer complaint data and you define it. If your sale is going down, you collect 1 year data to define how much it is going down. Okay. Very good. Celebrating November 30 days as a quality month. Okay. Very good. Super. Alright. So this is how. Now, so once you collect the data, then we make the time series plot. Okay. Time series plot is, let's say, for example, if I want to show the attrition. So attrition, if I take monthly attrition, it will show the graph like this, where it is clearly evident that every month the attrition is increasing. Okay. Or average call handling time, or lead time, or delivery time, whatever it is. So you have to show it in the time series plot or the control plot. Okay. Then comes the project charter. Project charter, everybody knows, just give me yes in the chat box. Project charter हम लोगों ने even yellow belt में भी सीखा है. What is problem statement? What is goal statement? Who are the team members, etc. So this document basically covers all those things. Correct? See, today I will not cover all the tools. Objective of today's session is to cover the sequence of the tools. Okay, so first you identify the project, you plot the data of the project with time series or a control chart so that trend can be understood, and then you put all the information in project charter. Then comes SIPOC, SIPOC. This is a broad level process map. SIPOC stands for supplier, input, process, output and customer. It is a very broad level process map. Okay, in some cases along with SIPOC generally I suggest plus a process flow diagram also can be helpful. Okay, or a process flow charter, we can say. The flow charter looks like this. Okay, the process like this. You know, we have these kinds of diagram. Now everybody knows process flow chart. Yes, give me yes in the chat box. Yes, so this way we have our process design. So sometimes where we have the lead time or downtime or those kinds of stuff is there, then generally we can, along with that, we can go for this as well. Okay, process flow diagram as well. Okay. VOC also will fit into the in this defined phase only. Actually, VOC etc. is a part of project identification only. See, generally we identify the project either from voice of customer, which we call it as an external project, a customer driven project, or from voice of business. These are internal projects, a business driven project. Okay, example, customer complaints is a voice of customer project, and let's say machine downtime reduction or average call handling time reduction or attrition. These are purely internal business related projects. Okay, so voice of customer, voice of business etc. will come into the project identification phase itself. Okay, the CTQs, critical to quality etc. Okay, now then comes the stakeholder management. What is stakeholder, by the way? Stakeholder meaning the people or the functions who are involved in this entire project. Okay, yes, so stakeholder meaning the people or the functions who are impacting or getting impacted because of the project are called stakeholders. Are you clear? And in SIPOC, if we do the SIPOC, if we learn the SIPOC, we can easily identify stakeholders in the column of C for customer and S for supplier. SIPOC, na, supplier, input, process, output and customer. So in the column of supplier and in the column of customer, we get the list of stakeholders. Why stakeholders are important? Because from the stakeholders, we take one representative and we make a project team. Are you understanding? And then we make a team, and stakeholder management tool is used to gauge what is the engagement level of those stakeholders in the project. It's an amazing, powerful tool to engage all the stakeholders throughout the project. Okay, generally our project, yellow belt project is basically 1 month project, green belt 3 months, black belt up to 4 to 5 months. Okay, right? So this much of time we have to engage the stakeholders just to get the job done from them. What is their job? What is the project team member's job? Their job is to identify the causes, collect the data, root cause analysis, validation, okay, brainstorming, identify the solution. All right, so all these things have to be done through this basically project team members, and those are the stakeholders basically. Okay, yeah, so master black belt is also one of the stakeholders. Yes. Now then comes the RACI metric. RACI metric is kind of stakeholders का ही shade है ये. RACI stands for responsible, accountable, consulted and informed. So all the stakeholders are divided activity wise. Somebody is responsible for that activity, somebody is accountable for that activity, somebody has to be consulted for that activity, and somebody has to be informed for that activity. So that framework we use it in the RACI metrics followed by the communication plan. Communication plan is the how do we communicate with each other, with all the stakeholders during the project. That is the plan of communication we make. So this entire list of what you can say tools are used in the define phase. Okay, are you clear with this? Just give me yes in the chat box. All right, now the good part is that for green belt as well as for the black belt, the define phase is absolutely common. So there is no change. So project charter of green belt also will remain same, black belt also will remain same. Clear? Yes, so everything, stakeholder and SIPOC and everything will remain common as far as the green belt and black belt concerned. All right. Now let's move on to, I will show you the templates as well. By the way, we have the ready-made templates. You don't have to remember everything. We have a ready-made template given to you in our, let me share that quickly. Let me just share that quickly. So we have ready-made templates. By the way, all the new members, you must have got your login ID password. Yes or no? Just give me yes quickly. Okay, so you have this number. Save this mentor's number. All the new members, please save this mentor's number in your mobile right now and just write SNG mentor over there. Okay, SNG mentor. Okay. Now, once you get the login to our LMS www.sparangavin.in, and once you log in, you come to course number 1, which is green belt. Now, at the bottom of the course, right? At the bottom of the course, you can see something very interesting, which is called as project templates. You can see the last, what I can say, section is phase-wise project management templates. Okay, just watch this 52-second video of mine. And here we have given define phase Excel template, measure phase Excel template. Okay, analyze phase Excel template. You can just download them. You can just click on start. Okay, and just download them. Right there, we have given you already filled up templates, ready made filled up templates for one project, a very commonly used project. Okay, so that reference you can use for your own project, and they are basically arranged in the sequence. Okay, project charter, SIPOC, stakeholder management, all there in the sequence. You just have to follow one by one, check the tool, see the reference given. Okay, accordingly you have to just follow the same. Okay, and nowadays I encourage you to take help of AI as well. Okay, just to fast track your project. Are you clear? In the project in the LMS system course number 1, which is green belt, right at the bottom you will find this project management template. So you can download them and try using them for your projects. Are you clear? Just give me yes in the chat box. So these are all resources ready-made done for you. Okay, just follow the step-by-step path and you can do it. And you know what? The best part is the more you use this, more confidence you will get, more confident you will become. Okay. Chalo, let me go back again to the Excel sheet once again. Let's go to the measure phase. Now the objective of define phase is to define what is my problem, which project I'm doing. That I'm clearly defining in define phase. Now I'm moving to the measure phase. The measure phase, the name itself suggests measure. That means I want to measure the, what you can say, how big is my problem? How complex is my problem? That's why I'm collecting the data, because we believe in the data. This is based out of the data only, statistics, data. We are not solving the problems with the opinions and hunches and our previous experiences. No, we respect experience, but we will support that with the data. That is the most important thing. Now, what we do here in the measure phase, the first one is called operational definition. This is a tool to standardize. So on the right hand side, you can see the objective of the tool as well. To standardize the data collection. Operational definition meaning who will collect the data, what data to be collected, when it should be collected, what is the frequency of data collection. Everything in the standard we are putting, that is called operational definition. just to avoid the variation in data collection itself. Are you understanding? So this is called operational definition. Yes, Lalitji, you should start immediately. My suggestion would be to you. So Lalitji is asking, shall I parallelly start working on the project? The suggestion would be yes, absolutely yes. Whenever you get opportunity, please jump into that. We have ready-made templates available. We have mentor support available. Whenever you get stuck, whether it is a project or where you are learning, from the LMS, or you are reading a book and you have got some doubt, just put that in the mentor's WhatsApp number and we will give the answer and the guidance to you. Okay, very simple. So the answer to you is yes, you should actually go ahead with the project, and once you do the one project, that will take your confidence to the next level. Okay, super. Now the next point is measurement system analysis. Okay, what is measurement system analysis? During data collection, we collect the data through some equipments. For example, we use some measurement equipments, like for example weighing scales, we use pressure gauges, speedometers, we use thermometers, vernier calipers, screw gauges. There are so many equipments we use, and you know what, those equipments are used by the people. So man and equipment can create measurement system. They are creating together measurement system, and that measurement system also can generate some variation. One simple example I always give is your weight you are doing in your residence. Let's say at your home you have a weighing scale. Okay, you weigh yourself at your weighing scale, write this down in the digit. Let's say for example your weight is 70.12. Okay, I'm just giving you example. Now you go to the gym, it will be 71 point something. Okay, you go to your doctor, it will be 69.98. Are you understanding? It will be nearby only, but there will be some variation. Now this variation also is important for us to consider, right? So measurement system analysis quantifies how much variation is induced because of measurement system. Very amazing tool. So the basics are covered in the green belt level, and you can see the highlighted one is the practical application of it. So in the black belt level, basically we go deeper, the same concept of measurement system analysis we understand with practical, how it can be done practically, how it can be done, how it has to be analyzed with the help of Minitab software, etc. We learn in the black belt level. Everybody clear? Operational definition is before we collect the data, we define who will collect the data, what data to be collected, what is the frequency, where it will be stored, everything. In measurement system analysis, before we collect the data, we analyze how much variation is because of measurement system. After we do that, after the measurement system is done and it is passed, then we collect the actual data. Then we actually collect the data. Okay, now measurement system may be, do you remember in fish bone, there is one bone called measurement. How many of you remember? Man, machine, method, material, mother nature, and measurement. The sixth one is measurement. Remember that? So that measurement is actually nothing but this measurement system related causes will fall into that category. Okay, remember that. Now, once we collect the data, now we are ready to collect the data. Once we collect the data, now the statistics comes into picture. Okay, see, data does not have any meaning per se. If I give you tons and tons of Excel sheet data, your brain will not be able to comprehend. Correct? That will not be able to come out of anything out of it. But instead of that, let's say if I make a trend out of it, a trend which is nothing but time series plot, this one. Okay, or if I make a Pareto out of it, correct, which you can see here, Pareto, or if I come with a histogram which is nothing but this normal distribution data, or if I draw a box plot out of it which looks like this, something like this. Okay, so all this graphical representation, histogram, box plots, time series plot, okay, plus some basic statistics like mean, mode, median, range, variance, standard deviation, All these things are coming into, once we collect the data, we do graphical and statistical analysis of the data to identify trends and patterns from the data. To identify, to take out information out of the data. So data does not have anything. From the data, we have to extract information through these tools. And we have amazing tool called Minitab with us. So we get introduced to Minitab in the measure phase first. Okay. So in the sequence also, you will see after define phase, you will get Minitab section where you get introduced to Minitab. You can access the Minitab and you can start using Minitab. Okay. Yes. And as we go along, everybody with me till now, just give me quick yes in the chat box. Sequential. So this is a logical sequence you have to understand. Okay. Very good. So we are not going into each and every tool because every tool requires at least half an hour, 1 hour explanation. Okay. Which we are continuously doing. But today's objective is to logically understand the flow of the DMAC tools. Okay. Now, once we do that, the objective of, I'll be sharing that Excel sheet. Okay, I'll be sharing that Excel sheet right now in the chat as well once I complete this. And this Excel sheet will be available for you to download in the masterclass archive. Okay, all the new members, remember this folder called masterclass archive. I will show you that as well at the end. Okay. Now, once you complete extract information from the data, the objective of doing this is nothing but what is my current process capability? Current process capability. What is process capability? Now we all learning what is that? 6 sigma, right? So 6 sigma is nothing but a process capability. This 6 number which denotes this is the highest process capable, which is having 3.4 defects in a million. That amount of accuracy and precision. Some processes are 2 sigma process, some processes are 3 sigma process, right? So process capability is nothing but where is my current process capability is right now. That is called as process capability. And to identify the process capability, there is a process called, first we do the stability, which is nothing but a control chart we do. Then we check the normality, whether the data is normally distributed or skewed distributed, like this. All right. So this is called normality test. Now this much is available in the green belt level. If the data is non-normal like this or skewed like this, how do you transform that data to normal? That is called as transformation. You can see here. So in the black belt level, that's what is highlighted. In the black belt level, we have 2 strategies. One is called Box-Cox transformation. Second is called Johnson transformation. So these strategies are covered in the black belt level. Okay. Then we have got capability. So there are various ways you can do it. Like sigma level, like 1 sigma, 2 sigma, 3 sigma, etc. CPK is one of the way. DPMO, PPM. There are so many ways we can identify the process capability. Okay. Plus there is 6-pack process capability analysis, and then process capability analysis of the non-normal data. What are the strategies? So all these things are covered in the black belt level. Recently on Saturday, how many of you were there on Saturday? Just type yes in the chat box. Saturday kon tha? Of course, new members who have joined yesterday would not be there. But who were present on Saturday? Just last Saturday, parso wala. I believe, yes. You remember 6-pack analysis we covered, right? So last Saturday only we covered 6-pack analysis. All the new members, if you are interested, just go to Masterclass Archive and scroll down. You will find out 6-pack analysis as well. Okay. If the data is already skewed, SKEWED. So skewed ka spelling ye hai. SKEWED, skewed. Okay. So normal and this is skewed. This one is called skewed data. Okay. Skewed right or left. Why we need to normal distribute? Yeah, that's what. See, that's what I said. If the data is not normal. Okay. Dinosaur. You remember dinosaur? Yes. Pramodji, remember the dinosaur wala theory. Okay. So for the people who just for our understanding, okay, let me just clear this. There are two types of distributions. This is called a right side skewed, right hand skewed, RHS, and this is called as a left hand skewed. Okay, so how do you remember? So I always find out some some interesting ways to remember. So I connect this with the Jurassic Park wala dinosaur. Okay, so if you remember, this is a big dinosaur and these are the legs. Whenever the tail is extended, if the tail is extended on the right hand side, then this is called a right hand side skewed. And if this is a dinosaur on this way and the dinosaur tail is extended on the left hand side, so this is called left hand side skewed, LHS. Okay, left hand skewed, and this is right hand skewed. So just for our, wherever the tail is extended on one side, that is the skewness. Okay, anyways, this is just for your fun remembering. Now why? So Sandeep ji's question is very important. Why normality is so important? Because as I explained earlier, the underlying assumption is done with a formula called area under normal distribution curve. Okay, area under normal distribution. So this area they consider 100%. And what is the probability of the data falling in, let's say, this region or this region or this region? So they calculate the probability on the percentage. Okay, the senior members, they would have learnt about p-value, right? How many of you know p-value? I frequently speak about p-value, right? Just give me yes in the chat box. All the senior members, the new members may not be aware of this. No, this is not percentile. This is a probability value. Percentile is different. Probability value is different. Now, what is probability value? If you remember, we compare that with 0.05 always, right? So we check whether p-value is greater than 0.05, whether it is less than 0.05. Remember? So that is nothing but 5%. 0.05 is nothing but 5%, right? 5 divided by 100 is equal to 0.05, which is nothing but 5%. So that is also area under, that means 5% area out of this 100% is what is covered. Yes, P law null go. In hypothesis testing we do, right? Anyway, to answer the question in short, if the data is not normal, this calculation of the area under curve cannot be done accurately. And our prediction will become haywire. That's the reason we have to check the normality. And understand this, very simple. What is normal? Tell me. What is normal? The normal meaning the process does not have any kind of abnormality. Okay. Now, when do you check whether the person is capable? Let's say, for example, if you want to take interview of a person, will you take interview of the person when the person is in hospital or he is not fit? No, right? You will only take the interview when he's completely fit. And if you want to take a examination of a student, he's not well, he's not keeping well, there is some abnormality in his system, he's not fit for that, you should not take the test at that point in time. Same applicable for the process capability. The ability of the process is only tested when the process is in normal condition. And that is the underlying assumption of normality. Just to give you a brief explanation of it. Are you clear with this? Everybody clear with this explanation? Just give me yes in the chat box. If there is some abnormality, okay, do not check the process capability. First, identify and eliminate the abnormality, make the system normal, and then you check the process capability. Clear, everybody? Just give me yes in the chat box. Okay? Very good. Example lete hain na. See, yesterday we had India-Pakistan game, right? Understand. Now, India-Pakistan game was there in T20 cricket. We obviously thrashed Pakistan and this has been happening for a very long time. Okay, there is no comparison between the skill sets. We are too strong for them to handle. Are you understanding? Now understand this. This is a normal performance of India. Imagine out of 11 players, we have 5 people are not well. Let's say Hardik Pandya is not playing. Let's say Surya Kumar Yadav is not playing. Let's say Bumrah is not playing. Are you understanding? So system is not normal. Now if you play with that team, that is not tested, right? So it is not normal team. Are you understanding? So just to give the context. Yeah, just to give the context. Very good. Now, so this, once we identify the process capability, the objective of major phase is over. Okay. So the black highlighted ones we cover in the black belt level, remaining the, the non-highlighted ones are covered in the green belt level. Okay. Once we identify the process capability, why do we identify process capability? So that after improvement, we can compare that with the earlier. So let's say earlier you are 2 sigma. So after improvement, you should reach to 3 sigma at least. 2.5 sigma, 3 sigma, 3.5 sigma, like that. There should be some improvement in your process capability. Okay. That is the objective. Then you come to the analyze phase. So till define and measure phase, we are only focusing on the Y, the output. Okay. Now our focus shifts to the X, which is input. What are the causes? What are the root causes? What are the factors which are impacting? Why the problem is there? What is causing the problem? Okay. So what are the challenges? What are the tools basically we are using here? We are using fishbone, root cause analysis, and then we prioritize it with root cause prioritization. Fishbone everybody knows, Viva analysis everybody knows. Just give me a quick yes in the chat box. Yes, everybody knows this. Fishbone, सबने सीखा है, yellow belt में भी हम लोगों ने सीखा है, right? Man, machine, method, mother nature. So once we identify all the causes, then we go for Viva analysis, root cause analysis, and after that we get huge number of root causes. Okay, so then we prioritize those root causes. There are some prioritization tools we use to prioritize, and the top root causes only we go for the solution. Now, before we find out the solution, we validate. This is very important. What do you mean by validate? See, understand this. Causes and the root causes are identified with the help of basically our experience, our knowledge. Okay, we identify causes with our knowledge, we identify root causes with our knowledge, but that knowledge has to be tested. That knowledge is our assumption. For example, I assume that more the experience of the team, I can get better output. That is my assumption. So I will collect the data of the experience of the people and collect the data of their performance, and I put them in the validation techniques we are using. If the data is supporting that validation, okay, that method is called as hypothesis testing. Validate our assumption with data. I always give this example in the live session. Sachin Tendulkar, Sachin Tendulkar. So there was a saying before, in early years, whenever Sachin Tendulkar makes the century, India loses the game. Now, when Sachin was playing, there was hardly T20 cricket, right? He was already retired by that time. So he was playing one day more, right? So in one day cricket, whenever Sachin used to make the century, India tends to lose the matches. How many of you have heard this saying before? Just type me in the chat box. Yes? Yeah, a lot of people who are into 30s and 40s definitely.
10 doesn't.
Yeah, sorry?
10 does, 10 doesn't.
I just witnessed. You witnessed as well. Okay. So now understand is when we check the data, out of 49 centuries Sachin Tendulkar has made, 12 matches 12 matches India has lost. Okay. When we pulled out data of Virat Kohli, now I think he has made some 51 centuries or 52 centuries. I'm not sure about it. Out of that, approximately 11 matches. Now see both the legends. Okay. Statistically, there is not much difference. Both of them have scored almost 50 centuries, out of which both of them, the teams have lost around 10 to 12 matches. But we say for Sachin Tendulkar, we never say for Virat Kohli. That means our assumptions are not validated with the data. Are you understanding? Just give me yes in the chat box. Are you getting this? Just give me yes. So our assumption is when Sachin makes the century, India loses the game. So the assumption is different and the fact is different. So validation, hypothesis is all our assumptions are tested with the data, and there are various hypothesis techniques we use. In green belt we use one sample t-test, two sample t-test. In the black belt level we use very advanced tools like pair t-test, ANOVA, F ratio test, test of equal variance, two proportion test, okay, chi-square test, and there is regression as well. Let me scroll it down. Along with hypothesis, we do a validation through regression as well, okay. So you can see regression, which is another way of validation. So in simple regression, we use in green belt level. In black belt level, we use curvilinear regression, multiple regression. There is another technique we use in black belt, which is called design of experiments, okay. Plus few more analysis techniques called FMEA, value stream mapping, VA, 7 way. These are lean tools basically. Those also are covered in the green belt level. Those covered in the analysis phase. Okay. Yeah. Somebody asked me about what is that? Pareto. Pareto. Now see, Pareto is a very important tool here. Pareto we can use in measure phase. We can use Pareto in analyze phase, right? We can use Pareto after improvement as well. So Pareto is a very kind of a all-rounder tool which can be used in multiple areas. Okay. Superb. Are you clear till analysis phase? So analyze phase ka output kya hai? We get causes and the root causes which are validated strongly with the data. Okay, these are proven root causes and ready to be solved, ready to identify the solutions. So then we go for improve phase to find out solutions. Okay. X bar R chart is either a define or a measure phase. So you can see here, you can see X bar R chart here as well in the measure phase where we are doing stability check. We can see X bar R chart. We can use X bar R chart right in the here as well in the define phase. When we are collecting the first data, 1 year wala data, we can use X bar R chart as well over there. It's a control chart basically. Okay, it's one kind of a control chart, right? Training code is under measure phase. Yes, so measure phase is predominantly used because see in the define phase we have kept it very simple. Okay, we haven't introduced statistics and graphical representation before define phase. That's why it is there. But you can use it in the define phase as well. Okay. Now let's come to improve phase. The objective of improve phase is to identify the solutions on the root causes. Okay. So scamper everybody knows, substitute, combine, add up, modify, put to other use, eliminate, rearrange. Yes. So that is a scamper technique. We use it in right from the yellow belt level till the black belt level. Okay. Amazing, powerful tool. You know what is the best part of this tool is all these tools can be used separately as well, not only in the project. You can do Pareto analysis separately. Let's say if you're struggling with any process challenge, you can put it, let's say customer complaint. Do the Pareto analysis and identify the customer complaint. Let's say you have some quality defects coming in, quality challenges which are coming in the process. You collect the data, put that in the Pareto analysis. So you don't have to wait for a project completely. You can exclusively use these tools separately as well. They're so powerful. See, Lean Six Sigma is a garland of flowers. So these people have beautifully put it in the sequence. Okay. Who is father, by the way, who is father of this DMAC framework? Anybody knows this? Anybody knows this? Just type in a chat box. Who is the father of DMAC framework? Just because now we are talking about the DMAC framework and the tools. Who is the father of this? Type in the chat box. Anita ji, I will give you example of this. Wow, Bill Smith, Girish ji, absolutely not Jack Welch. Jack Welch can be father for General Electric, but not definitely. So Bill Smith is the one who started this journey, and after Bill Smith, there was another gentleman. How many of you remember that gentleman? How many of you remember that gentleman who also contributed? So Bill Smith started this framework in Motorola. After that, who knows that? Boliye? Anybody? बिल स्मिथ के बाद, yes, absolutely right, संतोष जी, it was Michael Harry. Professor Michael Harry. Both were working for Motorola. Okay, Bill Smith was into production and quality, and Michael Harry was into statistics. He was a statistics professor. He was working for Motorola. His work was to collect the data, analyze the patterns and trends. So Professor Michael Harry and Bill Smith. So these are the people who basically made this beautiful garland of the tools. Now Bill Smith and Michael Harry together formed DMAC principle, DMAC framework, and you know, white belt, yellow belt, green belt was basically Michael Harry's gift. Okay. So Michael Harry, after resigning from Motorola, started Six Sigma Academy in California, US. Okay, till the time he passed away, he was handling that. Okay, he was very much active on internet as well at that point in time. I have interacted with Michael Harry personally, you know, answering certain questions, and Michael Harry personally answered those queries for me as well. Okay, so this is the story of that. Anyway, coming back to, this is just a quick explanation. Coming back to Scamper, we all know there is design of experiments we have learned in the analysis phase. Improve phase also can be used for optimization. Okay, so we learn that in the black belt level because that's highlighted in the you know, highlighted one. Then there are some lean tools like NVA, non-value added elimination, SMEDs, single minute exchange of dies, 5S, Pokayoke, effort benefit. Now this is prioritization of the solution. This effort benefit is for the prioritize. Once you identify the solutions, then you prioritize those solutions because every solution cannot be implemented, right? So you have to shortlist them and then you make a implementation action plan. Okay, so this is what is covered in the green belt level. 5S is nothing but it's a 5 you know, Japanese phases, basically it's Japanese technique, ideally used for housekeeping, but it impacts overall performance of the organization. Okay, so you first organize your workplace, you clean the you know, your workplace, organize it properly, you audit the entire workplace. So there are 5 stages of it. It's called 5S. It's Japanese technique basically. Okay, it is also covered in the green belt level, and along with that you can see at the black belt level we have covered some advanced solution generation tools like critical questioning, SCAP, okay, brain writing, anti-solution brainstorming, analogy brainstorming, and differential diagnosis, and all those things, TPM, Kanban. You can use AI tools as well nowadays. All right, so all these advanced tools are covered in the black belt level. You can go through that. Okay, once you generate the solutions, you make the action plan, you start implementing the action plan, then you start getting the result, you start getting some improvement. Okay, and that is the time you implement your control phase, just to make sure whatever you have improved should sustain for over the period of time. Okay, so that is called a control phase. Now control phase is control phase में क्या क्या है? Control plan, just to audit. Okay, so auditing is there, standard operating procedures have to be changed over there, right? And then employees have to be trained in the new ways of working, and you have to continuously give them training, monitor them, audit them. Okay, if some corrections required, you have to support them as well. Then again you do the process capability analysis. Are you understanding? In the measure phase is the current process capability. In the control phase we are doing the improved process capability. Okay, so the same time sigma level, CPCPK, DPMO level, so all these things are covered in the capability analysis, followed by some control charts. Okay, so in the control phase, along with the I chart, which is called individual chart, and X bar R chart, these are the basic charts which we have done in the measure phase as well. We learn some EWMA, P chart, C chart, U chart, NP chart. These are some of the advanced charts as well we use in the control phase. Okay, so this is how basically we use our all the tools in sequence. Okay, let me just answer this. Ravindra ji, these are the 5S you know, 5S का फुल फॉर्म रविंद्र जी ने दिया है, थैंक यू वेरी मच. Sort, set, shine, standardize, sustain. So these are the 5 elements. Basically there are 5 Japanese words starting from S. Okay, that's why they are called as 5S principles. And amazing, wherever we are implementing this, okay, we basically use this. Okay, red car theory, but before that let me answer some of the questions which are there already. So one question is by Anita ji, who is asking about how I can make control chart, which is X bar R chart. See, X bar R chart stands for mean range chart. X bar is mean, which is nothing but average, and R stands for range, which is nothing but the difference between maximum and minimum. Okay, so instead of this control chart, X bar R is a control chart, you can start with a simple eye chart as well. Okay, simple eye chart. For example, let's say attrition is what you are looking for. Imagine you have 5% attrition every month. I'm just giving you very simple example. That means you have 100 people working in the process, out of which 5 people every month they put the resignation. That means your attrition is 5%. So what you can do is every month on month you can plot that attrition. Let's say 1 month, January, let's say we have 3.5%. Second month you have 4%. Then you have 2.5%. Then we have 3%, like that. So if you start plotting these kinds of, then you get a trend like this. Then software will calculate the mean, which is average, and it will plot control limits automatically, upper and lower control limit. Upper control limit and lower control limit automatically. So by using this, you can check whether my process is a stable attrition process, or if you have something like this, a process like going like this, that means the process is not stable. Okay, if it is going beyond the control limits, the process is not basically stable process and predictable process. This is not a predictable process, right? So you have to identify why is that so, and you have to work on that. That's how you can use control charts in the attrition example as well. Clear? Have I answered your question? Just give me a quick yes in the chat box. Are you from HR by any means? Because your question seems to be HR. Okay, good. Thanks that you have confirmed. Very good. So, yes, so as I committed, before I show that, let me share quickly the masterclass archive. Okay, this is also very important. So for all the new members, once you log in, you start from the always start from your, just a second, just give me a second. So always you start from, oh, I see, I have not yet, just a second, I'm just starting the masterclass archive. Start from the course number 1, which is the green belt, and go through the content, try to connect those concepts with your own process examples, okay, and take the notes. Notes taking is very important because you can refer those notes during the exam. It's an open book examination, so you can refer those notes. Okay, so don't forget to take the notes. It is already given some sample notes in the course number 1. You can check out in the first section itself some sample notes of some of the earlier students, which they have taken fantastic notes. Some samples have been given. You can refer those notes. Okay. Now I'm just sharing my screen on this one. Okay. Excel sheet BS. Good. You guys are awesome. So let me share that as well quickly. Okay, so पहले मैं जो एक्सेल शीट में दिखा रहा था वो भी शेयर करता हूँ. यू कैन डाउनलोड इट. बाय द वे दिस विल बी शेयर्ड इन द मास्टर क्लास आर्काइव विच आई एम शेयरिंग विथ यू एज वेल. ओके, हाँ, सो दिस इज द एक्सेल शीट. हियर वी गो. ओके, ये देखो, आप इसको ये कर सकते हो. ठीक है, सुपर. Now I'm sharing my screen with Masterclass Archive, Lean Six Sigma Live Masterclass Archive. This is a collection of all the live sessions which have happened. Now all the new members, listen to me very carefully. If you miss the live session, okay, yeah, Anita ji, just log in. LMS system, go to my courses or all courses में आपको course 1 is green belt, course 2 is black belt, course 3 is master black belt. Below that you will find this Lean Six Sigma Masterclass Archive. Very simple. Okay, अभी
Sir, if you
आप
don't
देख
mind,
सकते
can you share it in the group, please?
Sorry?
Can you share it in the group, please?
इसको मैं ना लिंक में इसमें शेयर करता हूँ, ठीक है?
Yes, yes, please. Thank you.
Okay, so this is the link. You can click on the link and you will directly jump into this. Okay, now if you scroll down, if you miss the live session, okay, where you will see the recording, scroll down at the bottom, you will see, wow, there are 400 sessions which you have taken, more than 400. You can see here, 6-pack capability analysis with Minitab, 14 to 2026, which happened on Saturday, right? So if you click on start, you can check the recording. Okay, let me just click on start. Okay, so once you click on start, you can check the recording over here. You can check the recording with the increasing the speed. Okay, 2x कर सकते हैं, 1.5x कर सकते हैं. Below this, so if you scroll below this, you will see the downloadable content. Okay, so that day we did some Minitab exercises. So here you can see capability analysis and transformation, these kinds of Minitab files. You can download them and you can start using them. Okay. Course 1 is your main objective, which is the green belt. First you complete green belt, then you complete the black belt, which is course 2. Okay. Then in meanwhile, you can just surf into this masterclass archive. Okay. Don't go to masterclass archive very often because this is a huge ocean. You will get lost. First you complete green belt, then you complete black belt. After that, if you go to masterclass archive, that will basically help you a lot. Okay, clear? Now, before I close, I wanted to share a very important theory called red car theory. Don't go before that. Pramod ji, ye sun ke jaiye, very important hai. Red car theory. Now tell me, how many red cars did you see today on the roads? Strange question. Listen to me very carefully. Today, how many red cars did you see on the roads while traveling in the morning? No, how many? Very precisely. Few mat bolna, 10%. Very vague answers you are giving. Give me exactly numbers. Very few, 0, not noticed, 3, 2. Okay. Very good. Not seen, 1%. Very good. Now, why you did not? Because your focus was not there. Are you understanding? Now imagine the moment you start, let's say you define you want to purchase a Mercedes car. The moment you decide that, immediately on the roads you start observing Mercedes. If the red is the is your favorite color and you are in the process of purchasing a car, you will start observing the red cars. Just do this exercise. Now let me tell you what is the connection of this exercise. Lot of us struggle for. How many of you are looking for a job change right just right now? Just type me in the chat box. Just type me in the chat box. How many of you are looking for a job change immediately? That's your first priority. Wow, look at this. Okay. And now understand this. If you are focused, see, our subconscious mind, we have a RAS, a reticular, attention system we have. Now that system is just like a radar. We put that radar in place. That radar, our mind, our subconscious mind will start focusing on that. The moment you put red car into that radar, your mind will start observing red cars around you. And from tomorrow, just observe, just do this exercise. Tomorrow, consciously, just identify the red cars and start marking them. Okay, how many cars did I see? You will see today you have seen no cars or 1 car or 2 cars or not observed. Tomorrow you would have, at the end of the day, you would have observed 10 to 12 cars. Why? Because now you have given the command to your subconscious mind that I have to look for the red cars. It's consciously you're doing that. Now what is missing right now, okay, is the same command you have to give for the new job. Okay, your system has to be basically looking for opportunities all the time. Are you understanding this? How many of you are putting your resume and CV in our community? Because our red car is not yet activated. How many of you are telling your old colleagues, friends, family members that I'm looking for a job? Because our red car is not yet activated. How many of us are taking efforts on LinkedIn every day, half an hour, on connecting the people? Forget about a job. Job is a secondary metric. Connect with the people. Your network is your net worth. Are you understanding this? So the red car theory is, if you activate your opportunities, if it is a job or a business or whatever you want, that activation inside your subconscious is very important. How many of you have got the bulb on right now? Just type BO in the chat box. If you're not finding the opportunities outside, you are not looking for them. You are not looking for them. Look for them. They're always there. You're not looking for them. Are you understanding this? So always remember this red car example. Write this down, this red car theory. Look for your red car. These red cars are your jobs, your job opportunities, your next business opportunity. These are your red cars. Clear? So on this fantastic note, we'll close the session. We'll connect with the new session on Saturday with the same enthusiasm. Meanwhile, you can connect on the on our mentors number for any kind of challenge, any kind of question. Okay. Thank you very much for joining. Keep learning, keep growing. Are you, by the way, enjoying this? Are you enjoying this interaction? Just give me yes in the chat box.
Yes, sir.
Superb, super. Yes, Mahesh, you want to ask anything?
Yes, I have joined this course last year in June, July. Okay, through your yellow belt session. Okay,
Good.
but I have due to some other classes. No, I was attending AI classes.
Okay.
That was completed by last month. So now I want to continue my journey with green belt and black belt. So
Perfect.
how to go about it? And today only I have attended the session. Actually, this is the
Okay.
first session. So
Okay, great.
can I do it on a fast track basis? How
Yes,
can
yes.
you guide me some?
So the same thing for the new members, also the same equation will be applicable for you. Start with the green belt course number 1. Okay. If you have, you can give more time, you can fast track it. There is a master, what you can say, there is a hackathon recording as well. You can go through that recording, which is a fast track revision of the entire course. That also you can give. And once you are ready, go for the what you can say, examination. Okay. And examination can be set up absolutely personalized basis. You don't have to give examination in the group. You can select your own time, own pace, and you can send a message on the mentor's number and we'll arrange the examination for you. Okay?
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Super.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, I was driving, so I couldn't able to type. I just chatted. Don't mind.
Yeah, you can ask the question. Please go ahead. Any question you have, you can just.
No. Today it's done. All good.
Okay, all good. Okay,
We had a fantastic starting session today.
Okay, sure. Thank you very much for the feedback. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much, guys, for connecting, and we'll connect again on the next topic. By the time, keep learning, keep growing. Good night. Take care. Bye bye.